Wow. So I just happened upon the video of the evidence of the evidence of allegations, should I say? The evidence of the Andrew Callaghan allegations of SA. And yeah, I mean, a little taken back by that there. I would never say that I'm shocked to find out this kind of information about anybody because I know that people are capable of very different things behind closed doors versus what they present to the world. Everybody is. I mean, that's just a fact of life. But of course, this is, unacceptable from what has been described thus far. And if you don't know, I mean, you know my style. I'm not going to be sharing any clips or anything like that here. But yeah, apparently Andrew Callaghan has been accused by a bunch of people for assault of a certain nature there that starts with an S. And these allegations have been coming through on a specific TikToker's account, which I don't own TikTok, never will, just don't have one. But if you do have a TikTok, then and you've seen this information, I mean, it just, apparently it came out basically like 2 or 3 days ago. It's just coming across my desk here now, and yeah, I mean, for a guy like Andrew, obviously he's a socially awkward kind of guy. And then I can tell, or I can't say that I can tell because I'm not a psychic or anything like that, but I had an intuition about him that he did not have the same swagger about him that he does before he made money and fame, essentially, which many people don't. So I mean, it's not like out of the ordinary. But what I mean is, I have not watched too much of his content, but I did watch his No Jumper interview. I've seen a lot of the videos on his channels, at least once, and I've paid a little bit of attention to him because I like the style of the content that he produces, reminiscent of that very socially awkward, like Tim and Eric style, I guess, for lack of a better term, or like Eric Andre esque. That's where he even gets the Channel 5 from. It's a motif from their old show. But I say all that to say that, yeah, he seems like a socially awkward kind of guy who got a little bit of money and maybe potentially abused that power that comes along with it to act inappropriately with women. We've seen this story before. But one thing that makes it interesting, and one thing that I feel the need to speak about, is when Andrew decided to take the shots that he did at other YouTube channels like No Jumper, and also DJ Vlad, I believe it was. Or was it Academics? One or the other, maybe even both. But essentially, when he criticized them for their, what's the word I can use? Their use of taking advantage of underprivileged black youth through hip hop, through the guise of hip hop culture, and really promoting gang beef, which translated into real world violence. I have my own thoughts and my own feelings about that. So, there was some truth to it, but it's all in the way that you go about it. Notice how even on my much, much, much smaller platform, I say I have feelings about that, but I'm not going into great detail because it's really not the time or the place for that. I could make my own video about that if I cared, but I really don't because we don't have, it's a common practice is all I will say in the media. If you cannot go at one or even 3 or 4 media channels about something like that, like taking advantage of misfortune, essentially, and using misfortune or disasters or violence or poverty as your tool to, garner attention towards your media channel. That is literally the news. So, granted, I think there are variations and levels of taste and gracefulness that you can generate this kind of content. And I try to come at that for, with my own angle and my own level of integrity. But I mean, I'm also not going to cast open judgment on people who do it a different way, because that's a different style. You either watch the channel or you don't. I don't believe in, telling people you should stop, unless it's something that's like truly, truly harmful. But really, I think that most people vote with their dollar or their attention, their view, the stream. You know what I'm saying? The lack thereof is going to tell you that whatever you're doing is not working out for you. So when a person like him with his platform decides to criticize the other platforms in a video where he is almost doing the same thing, strangely enough, is all weird. And it was inappropriate, and it's not going to look well at around 9 p.m. tonight when No Jumper's live stream starts. And Adam is definitely going to talk about this because Andrew talked about him willfully before any type of real allegations had been put out. I mean, of course, there's always, allegations floating around No Jumper of the same things that we had, I discussed earlier in this video here. And it's not a thing to prove or disprove, but it is a thing as to where we're talking about grown men who have the opportunity to partake or not partake in the interviews or whatever it is that they do. So it was very interesting of Andrew to try and place the blame on one man for what another man is choosing and willing to do, for also no money, from what I understand. As in, they don't get paid for the interviews. They don't pay for the interviews, from what I understand as well. So this is a willful transaction, that's all that it is. But going off topic here, back to the allegations that are on Andrew right now. I'm sure there's going to be more to this story developing here. I really want to see what comments that he has made on the allegations, if any. I'm sure he is in contact with a legal team that is going to advise him on whether or not he should speak, and if so, what things to say. So we will stay tuned. If there are any updates, I will talk about it